Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Nelson for Catholic News Break. Here's what's happening this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. Pope Benedict XVI and Archbishop Rowan Williams of Canterbury, spiritual leader of the Anglican Communion, held an evening prayer service on Saturday at Rome's Church of St. Gregory on the Chilean Hill, the church from which Pope Gregory the Great sent St. Augustine of Canterbury and his fellow monks to evangelize England in 597. The service was part of celebrations marking the 1,000th anniversary of the founding of the Camaldolese branch of the Benedictine order. During the prayer service, Pope Benedict said the two hoped their presence together would act as a stimulus for all the faithful, both Catholic and Anglican, encouraging them to renew their commitment to pray constantly and to work for unity. Earlier that day, the Pope and the Archbishop of Canterbury held private talks at the Vatican. Archbishop Williams said that he and the Pope spoke about the situation of Christians in the Middle East. They also spoke about Pope Benedict's invitation to Archbishop Williams to address October's World Synod of Bishops on the new evangelization. Archbishop Williams said he hoped it was a sign that they can work together on evangelization in Europe. In other news from the Vatican, Pope Benedict XVI spoke with bishops from the U.S. who are making their ad limina visit to the Vatican. At the top of the Pope's agenda was the threat to traditional marriage in the world. Catholic News Service spoke with Archbishop John Nienstedt of the Archdiocese of St. Paul in Minneapolis about his reaction to the Pope's speech.
In this talk, I would like to discuss another serious issue, namely the contemporary crisis of marriage and the family. Particular mention must be made of the powerful political and cultural currents seeking to alter the legal definition of marriage.
There are forces out there that are intent on not only redefining marriage, but undefining marriage. And what I think is so important in the Pope's message is that he said, and I hadn't heard him say this before, that it's really a question of justice, that we maintain the traditional definition of marriage as a union between a man and a woman. That if we take that away, it's going to be an injustice for all of society. And I believe that particularly for the young, for our children and our children's children.
Looking now at news from around the world, the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace recently released a document that states clean and potable water is a human right, not a for-profit commodity dependent on market logic. Unfortunately, it says, water is consistently mistaken for just another kind of merchandise and business to make investments for the sake of profit alone, without taking into account water's worth as a public good. The document, Water, an Essential Element for Life, is an update to previous documents of the same title by the Council. It focused on effective solutions to the world's water crisis and was presented at the 6th World Water Forum, which began March 12th and runs through the 17th in Marseille, France. Members of the Justice and Peace Council attended the forum to represent the Vatican and join leaders from government, private enterprises, and local communities in an effort to study and develop just and sustainable policies and practices concerning the world's water resources. The Council's document said that the international community has recognized access to clean and potable water as a human right, but about half of the world's population still does not have guaranteed access to potable water, and more than 1 billion people have no access to proper sanitation. And finally in the news, the movie October Baby, which debuts on March 23rd in about 360 theaters, details the revelation to college student Hannah, played by Rachel Hendricks, about the circumstances behind her birth and her quest to find the woman who tried to abort her. The movie stars John Schneider of Dukes of Hazzard and Smallville fame as Hannah's father. Also in the movie is Shari Rigby, who plays the birth mother of Hannah. For Rigby, the role is significant because 20 years ago she had an abortion. It wasn't until after the movie had been shown to several focus groups that Rigby went in front of the camera again to address moviegoers about her own abortion experience, which has been added to the film's closing credits. Director John Irwin said there are millions and millions of post-abortive women out there. Irwin, Rigby, and Hendricks spent 2 days in the Washington area to promote October Baby. Hendricks, as did the Irwin brothers, grew up in Alabama, where the movie was filmed in a brisk 20-day shooting schedule. Irwin praised the investment by American Family Studios in the film, which cost a mere $1 million to make. He also admitted that he's a bit bothered by the movie's PG-13 rating, saying there's no objectionable content. Irwin said apparently abortion is a PG-13 word. Well, that is all the information we have for you at this time. Please stay with Catholic TV for more Catholic news. Until then, I'm Kevin Nelson, and I'll see you next time on Catholic News Break.